motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you something straight off the motherfucking breath. I ain't coming for no food.
I'm just gonna do what I do.
I ain't coming for no food.
I just wanna talk to you.
I ain't coming for no food.
Those are things that we gonna do right
I
here.
ain't scared of you, motherfucker.
Right now. Right now. Thank you for riding with me.
I ain't coming for no food.
Let me get lights, camera, action. We on. What's up, main OG? Hold up, let me see who on. Who's across from me? Regardless who it is, they gon' talk to me and they gon' keep it real. And I'm gon' instill my philosophies. And possibly you can be here too if you just follow me. Let's get about your brand, know your plan with no apology. So sit back and relax. Thanks for spending time with me. Don't comma who, comma me, comma you, comma D.
Good evening and welcome to Comedy. That's C-O-M-M-A-D. And I'm your host, Main OG. I'm glad to have you back with me because this is the second week in a row that I will be interviewing three people at one time. That would be Brother Marv Ross, Mr. Kevin Johnson, and Crystal, the Silly Siren. I hope you have been enjoying my interviews, and if you haven't seen one just yet, please go to my YouTube channel at Mano McCann. That's M-A-N-O-M-C-C-A-N-N. This will be the last one that I would do in 3 parts, and then the next show that you will see after this will be someone sitting here live next to me behind this beautiful scene right here, Comedy. Of course, that's me a couple of times. That's what I do right here on Comedy, because it's me. I started with Brother Marv Ross. He's a man of this world. He goes everywhere. He just closes his eyes sometime and throws the dart at the board. I talked to him, and I wanted to know, how did he get started? And this is what he had to say.
Well, I've been in the game 15 years.
Okay.
But when I started in Los Angeles, I actually live out there after I got out the military. So I got out the military and fell in love with the West Coast. I came back here like it's cold in the mother. So I went to, I had friends in LA and I was visiting so much, they was like, man, you might as well just move out here, bro.
Okay.
You know, so I ended up moving out there, got a job. All it was to talk. Since I was a kid, the talkative, like no filter, man, just out here. Just I got beat up, beat people up, got beat up, just the mouth.
Just the mouth.
Yeah, like, you know, so.
Out of control.
Out of control with the mouthpiece, man. So, but when I was in LA, I had friends out there that, you know, everywhere we used to go, they like, man, just tell a story. We be at parties, like, man, tell them that one story.
Okay.
You know, and I'm like, man, I don't feel like it, you know?
Right.
So, one night I was out there, and my friend, his girlfriend, now is his wife.
Mm-hmm.
She, her friend worked at a comedy club, and one night they asked me to go up. I said no. They said they'd give you $50. I said, where the mic at?
Where the mic at?
Yeah. So I mean, I went up. You know, I did all right. But that was the night I was like, I like this.
And that was 15 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, I was like, I like this. So I started, doing shows out there. But I ain't gonna lie, man, I was blessed. Like, a lot of people don't know. My first year and a half, 2 years, just from being in that scene,
Mm-hmm.
I had did shows with Corey Holcomb, Kevin Hart, just like, cause I was basically like a regular at the comedy union. It's crazy now. I think it was his name Ian. He don't even remember me no more. I go down there this month, he won't even let me on stage no more. That's the guy.
It's me, Marv.
Yeah, I was like, hey, Marv. I was like, what?
Marv who?
He's like, you gotta come over mic night. I'm like, over mic night, bro. I was down here with Colin.
Yeah.
So I had got in through a promoter. What happened with my friend, was a family member, he had a friend that was a promoter, a major promoter at that time in the city of Los Angeles. His name was Colin. So he got me in there.
Okay.
So you don't know how blessed you are. I'm just, at the time I ain't take it. I took it, I liked it, but I was like, I couldn't see me. I wouldn't have saw what I'm doing now.
I also asked him who inspired him.
So like I remember being a kid and sneaking on HBO and watching them one night specials with like Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh, okay.
Like Red Fox.
Okay.
Who else? Just everybody, man, all the greats.
So that gave you the funny bone.
It wasn't that I wanted to be them. I just wanted to know how it would feel to be in front
of a crowd.
That many people,
yeah.
and they just listening to you.
Yeah.
Like, to me, man, that's power, bro.
Yeah,
it's like protons and neutrons.
I mentioned earlier that he likes to travel, but he can tell you how he does it himself.
I'm kicking off my so what I'm calling it is funding myself. It's called Bring It To You Personally tour. So I'm basically gonna be hitting states far and beyond, states normally comics don't really go to. But Texas has a scene.
Okay.
But I'm kicking it off in Houston. That's just for the Big Bang Theory. Shouts out to everybody that helped me out. I got a few shows going on lined up out there. They on my page. Then after that, I'm thinking about going like Louisiana, little small towns in like Illinois. Think about going to Decatur.
So you picking these out blindly? What you doing? You taking the dart, closing your eyes, and throwing it at the map and say wherever it land, that's where you're gonna try your game?
Kind of, sort of, but I'm trying to target places where it's not that many comedy clubs.
Okay.
So I noticed like when I was hitting the road before, they show up and show out where there's not a major comedy club. Mm-hmm. And I was like, man, that's crazy, because I used to be nervous, like, man, this little town, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's gonna be many people, man. You get there, it's like, whoa. We all human, so I'm looking at them like, I hope y'all show up, and they looking at me like, nigga, I hope you're funny. Yeah.
Comedy is a perpetual thing. You have to have a level of consistency, and we talk about this every single week that we're right here on Comedy. Every comic that has sat across from me has said these things, and this is the golden rule to comedy. You have to have consistency. You have to go out there and you have to be seen. And he's already told you about his traveling, but I want him to tell you right now about why he continues to do it, and he says he just can't stop.
Like, bro, at one point it was just like I ain't gonna lie, man, comedy is hard, bro. Like, I'm working on my third family, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, man, so like, it was like, at the year, certain things that happen in life with comedy, if year 2, 3 mark, I'm probably like, I ain't got time, I would've stopped. But after you done did it for 9 years, like to the point where your whole Facebook, Instagram, or anybody, but comedy, if you stop now, everybody was like, what?
Where the hell he got?
Why, bro? You was doing that? So it's like, I'm in too deep. So it's like, at this point, man, I didn't like, what's the word? The circle that got smaller. I'm not scared to do stuff by myself.
Okay.
And I'm just full-fledged into it, man. Like, right now, I'm like single. I eat, sleep, and boo-boo comedy, bro. Like, I go to the gym, I get jobs that I don't care about, I work for myself. You know what I'm saying? They be like, you gonna come in tomorrow? Like, I got a show, but I guess I'm done, right? Hey, get a referral?
Yeah,
like, I'm just in too deep, man.
We closed him out with his handles. So if you guys want to check Marv Ross out, if you guys want to follow Marv Ross, or if you want to book Marv Ross, you can check him out right here.
You can catch me this weekend on TV. I've got my first TV credit, First 48. I'm on that boy crying on the table. No, you can catch me on. I got a few handles, man. You can catch my. First of all, support my Spotify handle. My comedy albums, Comic Marv Ross, all one word. You can tap in on that. YouTube, Jump Shots and Conies. Subscribe to that, man. Instagram, Marv Ross 79. Facebook, Marv Ross the comedian, man. I'm gonna be going live. It's basically gonna be like a little mini documentary, me doing this tour. And we gonna keep it like that, man. Y'all keep rocking with Mano, bro.
Oh yeah.
And y'all tune in for the next one, man. Appreciate it.
I would like to thank Mr. Marv Ross for spending time with me right here on Comedy. We'll be right back. We're gonna take this short break.
I'm looking at my people in what state we in. And if it ain't a state of shock, then what state we in? I see we try to hold our blackness with the safety in. If you seem to disagree, well, debate me then. There's a heavy separation and it's all across the nation. We can't move in unity with others hesitating. We can't see the vision with your pupils dilating. And we can't build a future with them lives that you take. All I invested, some been battle tested, some bled and died, even I've been affected. Knowledge is the power, assuming the position. Let's all say it loud as a union. Now listen to my brothers and my sisters of you. Pay attention on this mission God chose you to. See, we feeling your pain, but could you kindly explain why leaders trying and brothers dying in vain? See, we ride for injustice, we tired of injustice. We put the full of heat and open fire when it's just us. That ain't the way it's supposed to be. I thought I was your brother, I didn't know I was your enemy, man. Man up, stand up, fast as you can. Can't you see there's other brothers out here need a hand? You act like you ain't interested in being a man. I'm tired of this, it's about time you take a stand. Man up, stand up, fast as you can. Can't you see there's other brothers out here need a hand? You act like you ain't interested in being the black man. You think you can? I think you can. We need leaders, but we don't want nobody to lead us. And I can understand there's nobody that we trust that leads us in the slight mouthpiece. It's depending on the man to expand and increase us. Dealing with reality, speaking our personality. Excuse my mentality, but that's the way it's gotta be. Now who's supposed to be the man? Who should be gathering the brethren? Who working on the plan? We got the same leaders since the 60s, you know. Who gon' make a grandstand when they eventually go? I don't know. I think we need to find out though, so we can be amalgamated when it's time to go. Some say wait for it, others say straightforward. Some say take for us, others say pray for it. A recipe for a disaster. Is it the militant way, political way, or pastors? But whomever better get it right, you need to get inside. Last I checked, it's getting tight. So if you with me, put your hands up. You need to man up. It's about time you stand up. Yeah, man up, stand up, fast as you can. Can't you see there's other brothers out here need a hand? You act like you ain't interested in being the man. I'm tired of this. It's about time you take a stand. Man up, stand up, fast as you can. Can't you see there's other brothers out here need a hand? You act like you ain't interested in being the black man. You think you can? I think you can. Do we want it? Even though our history is haunted, we've been climbing up the ladder since the 1600s. We build it, then burn it down until we shut us down, and then we go underground and pop up in another town. And that's exactly how we did it. We came with it. Now that you know that, I don't forget it. We like a ball with some backspin. Once you hit us, you best believe we coming back again. Because it matters what I fight for. It's gonna be right though. I'm waiting on the green light. Go. I can't be fighting with no cowards. I need some brothers on the team that understand they got some power. And I hope you understanding me. You need to stand with me to cover all my people like a canopy. So if you with me, put your hands up. You need to stand up. It's about time you man up. Man up, stand up, fast as you can. Can't you see there's other brothers out here need a hand? You act like you ain't interested in being the man. I'm tired of this. It's about time you take a stand. Man up, stand up, fast as you can. Can't you see there's other brothers out here need a hand? You act like you ain't interested in being the black man. You think you can? I think you can. Man up, stand up, fast as you can. Can't you see there's other brothers out here need a hand? You act like you ain't interested in being the man. I'm tired of this. It's about time you take a stand. Man up, stand up, fast as you can. Can't you see there's other brothers out here need a hand? You act like you ain't interested in being the black man. You think you can? I think you can.
Well, thank you for still sticking around on Comedy with your boy, me, Main OG. We're going to shift gears real quick and we're going to talk to a funny man. A guy who I've learned has a lot of different talents and not just comedy, but he's very jovial with his spirit. I would like to introduce you guys to Mr. Kevin Johnson. And I asked him, what makes you so funny? And this is what he had to say.
All right, then. So my family is, there's two sides of the family. One side is like the witty, smart kind of side. That's my mom's side, the educated side. Then my dad's side is the Highland Park hood roasting side. Okay. So I kind of got the combination of both. I got uncles who are crazy on both sides, and cousins. That's all we do, man. So I got people in my family who I know are funnier than me. They just don't want to be comics, you know what I'm saying? They just do other stuff. But yeah, man, it's a whole family thing, man. That's all we do is crack jokes.
Comedy is already a tough game as it is. Sometimes you get a chance to get up there and shine. Sometimes you get up there and get a chance to boo, boo, boo. Sometimes you don't even get a chance at all. But sometimes you always have to keep that competitive spirit. And even in the comedy game, you have to keep that. And I asked Mr. Johnson, I said, hey man, you be out here making moves. How do you keep that competitive drive? And he told me this.
Well, I played football at Renaissance High School, man. Renaissance High School. Detroit Renaissance. My school's still built. In fact, we got bigger, baby. That's how we do it.
I still standing too, man. Western International, y'all. Shout out, y'all. Right, we still over there too.
Yeah, but I played first team all Detroit there, and I went on to college. Played at Robert Morris University in Pittsburgh. We won a national championship there as well in our division. And yeah, man, like my coach, there's one thing my coach who I played for football at Renaissance. His name's Andy Riel. One, like, it's something instituted. He's gave us then, like, as a football player, but I just applies to everything in life. He said there's 3 things that can happen every day in life. You can get better at something, you can stay the same, you can get worse. He said 2 of the 3 you gotta learn not to accept if you want to win.
All right.
And so every day, you know, you try to make, just like I said, you find these goals and you just start working.
So that was again what?
3 things in life. You can get better.
You can get better.
You can stay the same.
You can stay the same.
You can get worse.
You can get worse.
Like, whatever your goal is as far as entertainment, us being here today is you getting better at your craft.
Thank you.
All right, congratulations, bro. Like I said, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be a part of it.
You know, in anything you do, whether it's comedy or you're going to work at GM, that's not your end all right there. You're supposed to be setting goals, and you're supposed to be trying to attain those goals by any means necessary. And I asked Mr. Johnson if he had any goals. Matter of fact, he told me before I even asked him. Let me correct myself right here on Comedy. He told me he had goals. I had to ask him, what were they?
Actually, you know, reached a goal of mine, man.
Oh, you got goals?
Yeah, man, I got goals, man.
Okay,
I'm trying to beat somebody out here.
Can we get the goal? I don't know what he did. Come on, he said it.
So what I wanted to do, you know, in this year on comedy, I want to be on TV. And I didn't get on TV, but I am in a movie that's going to be streaming on Amazon Prime. And yesterday I got to go to the premiere. It felt good to, you know, check something off the list.
Well, you might well tell people.
Yes, please make sure you're looking for 3 keys. Some amazing stories that, you know, 3 keys can't open up all doors. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you follow that. It should be on Amazon Prime streaming soon.
It doesn't just stop there with your goals. After he accomplished some of those goals, he said he wants to do these things, and I believe that he will do it. But that just wasn't the end, because he's always out here making fun of people, and people try to make fun of him. They try to talk about his size and things of that nature. We went over this with Mr. Stan Banks Brooks one time, but let me tell you what Mr. Kevin Johnson had to say.
The problem is, look, I've been fat my whole life. And growing up in the Detroit public school system, everybody got fat jokes. Everybody has fat jokes. So you have to be, for me, I gotta find something. I gotta find the eyebrows, all right, then your ears, well, your nose, your pants, whatever. I have to find something. Because everybody got fat, and I hate being, it's like, I'm competitive. I'm competitive, man. So as long as I put up a fight, I'm good with that. So yeah, I'm not a person who's gonna go after somebody and pick on them. If I see something funny, I gotta say it. But you know, I always have to be ready for when niggas came for me, you know what I'm saying? Because I've always been this big. Bro.
He extended his goals.
I want to do it on a broader spectrum. And so, I mean, I do have 2 copywritten scripts that I'm be shopping out, man. Hopefully, one of them I think is really, really good. The other one, you know, just some stuff that I'm putting together. Because you never know. Once I get my own money, then everything I have written is going to be done. I have other stuff written, but 2 copywritten things, man. And that's really where I want to get to the point in comedy. I would like to actually kind of just be a writer for people. Because, I mean, the traveling on the road is fun. But you really got to travel and be able to hit a bunch of mics. To live off comedy alone, you always got to be on the road to kind of travel. And I don't want to be always on the road. I want to be able to select when I want to do stuff. And so to be in that vein, what I love to do as far as writing is even being able to help comics. I've written jokes for comics and, you know, passed them on, and they have them a part of their set. And that's cool for me. So if I get to a point where I'm professional enough and I can write for comics, as well as write sitcoms and movies and my own projects, stuff like that, that's the end goal, man. That's what I'm working towards.
If you would like to book Mr. Kevin Johnson, or if you just like to follow him on his pages.
Once again, it's Kev, ITSKEEVVV. 1K, 2 E's, 3 V's.
Glad he did that shit, because I wasn't gonna be able to spell it.
1K, 2 E's, 3 V's. It's Kev. And then you can catch me on YouTube. I got a bunch of stuff on YouTube. Comedian Kevin Johnson. And same thing on Facebook. So, yeah, man, I'm out here.
If you would like to go check out Mr. Kevin Johnson at any time, please follow him at that information that he had just given you. Moving in this last part of comedy, I brought a woman to the seat with me to sit across from me. Now, I have interviewed several women on this comedy before, with the likes of T. Barb, Miss Judge Miles, and they did wonderful. But today I have a brand new comic. Not just a brand new female comic, just a brand new comic for show. I'm talking like 3 stand-ups under her belt. And her name is Crystal, the silly siren. So I had to get right to it, and you already know how I asked her. Why are you the silly siren? And where did you get your start?
So my influences naturally some more. Who else? Dave Chappelle, of course. And so my opening act, I just went up there because it was random. So I went to this random club on the east side of Detroit, and my friend was just like, "Girl, they doing stand up tonight." And I was like, "What? Okay." And then so we go in. I'm just like, I'm just gonna listen, doing the whole little, studying. Trying to take notes, see how I'm supposed to do and all of that jazz. And then I'm like, I might as well go and introduce myself. So Detroit Red was standing to the side. So I was just like, hi, I'm a comedian as well. Actually, I've never gotten up on stand up in front of nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I kind of sort of at the riverfront where I keep a mic and speaker in my car.
Oh, that's you.
Poster. Yeah, just singing and randomly still in the crowd that I see outside of little venues or whatever. I wanted to steal Dave Chappelle's crowd when he had the little thing at why can I not think of the name of the place now? The Fillmore.
Okay.
And I wanted to steal his crowd, but I was sick, unfortunately. Had sore throat. I was like, sinus infections just wasn't in the cards because he could have made me his next little opening.
As you can see, she starts out just like everybody else did. She just went on up there and she conquered it. At first she was a little shaky, but then she took care of her business like we all do. But she is a go-getter, and I asked her about that.
So I believe closed mouths don't get fed.
Okay.
So in my head, I was just okay. So I could be scared if I want to. I done seen you. I done grew up. I remember seeing you before. Okay, screw it. Just go for it. I'm a comedian. I can tell some jokes. I don't mind. I would get up there and do whatever. I got courage. I ain't got money, so I gotta have something.
Hell no. Take my money.
Yes, I need some money. I'm trying to get, the only way to get to it, I gotta step out on faith, get up and do it.
I got ready to close out with the silly siren, but before I let her go, I decided to have a little fun with her. I told her a couple of riddles. I asked her a couple of questions to see if she can get them right about the state of Michigan and where she lives, because that's where she's from. I'm gonna have you guys doing it too. So let's check it out. She got me on one, but she blew the other one. So let's check it out and see how her answers is, and she's gonna close it out with her information as well. You from here, right? Okay. What is this state's nickname? That's not the question that I'm asking you.
Mm-hmm.
What is it though?
You talking about the mitten?
No, not the mitten. What's on your license plate? The Great Lakes State. That's what made you already. You about to blow this whole question. You couldn't even get past. Good Lord.
I was about to say it, but I'm like, that just feels too many words.
Hold on, and because I'm about to ask this, I ain't even got to the question yet. But because you live in the city of Detroit or anywhere in the state of Michigan, you were born and raised here, you are called a Michigander.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You know that, right?
Yeah.
Now, on your license plate, all states have nicknames. And the state of Michigan nickname is on the license plate. Like the state of Illinois, where I'm from, is the land of Lincoln. That's on the license plate. For Abraham Lincoln being there. Michigan is the Great Lakes State. That's what Michigan is, okay? Now here's the question. You with me now?
I'm hearing you.
Name the 5 Great Lakes.
Oh, I got you on that one. Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, and Superior.
Ding, 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 ding.
If you can spell home, it's easy to
got
remember.
You got it. We gonna work on you knowing where
Shout
you
out
from,
to
though.
Miss Van Mark,
That's right.
2nd grade teacher.
Oh, she got
alive.
right. 2nd grade. Are you smarter than the
Second
5th grader? I ask people this all the time, and they be blowing it, man. You know.
I think I am.
Yeah, and the only reason why I know it wasn't.
I'm smart. I didn't know it was Great Lakes State because I ain't pay attention to the nickname.
That part.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you how I found out. It wasn't because of some sweet old little lady that would teach me in the 2nd grade. It was some sweet, rough police officers that was about to beat me up and take me to jail, but asked me a simple question and told me that they let me go. And it was 4 of us, and said, we'll let y'all go if y'all can name the Great Lakes, because we live off Lake Michigan, off Chicago. Out of 4 of us, we like 13 years old. We was like, Michigan, what's that? Erie, Man, they was like, man, get y'all dumb ass out this car, man. Then they told us, they was like, look, in order for you to remember the 5 Great Lakes, just remember the word homes, H-O-M-E-S. And, you know, shout out to them people who didn't take us to jail that day, but they did give us an education because I had no idea. I should have been knowing that at the time. I'm living off one. Yeah, but it's a great way to remember. So remember homes here around Ontario, Michigan area, and Superior.
Nail in memory also. Like,
yeah, and I got one more to ask you, and then we're going to close out with your info.
Cool.
All right, you from here, we already know that, right? You know where Canada is, right?
Yeah.
In which direction is Canada from here?
From Detroit or
You're in Detroit. I said,
I know
here. You know where you at? At
north,
my house.
Technically, north. I'm just going north because you can just keep going north and you're going to get to Canada.
And if you keep going north, you're going to get your ass the 23-mile road. You got to go south to get to Canada here. So, you just learned something. I got on one of the two. I'm going to try to chop it over to everybody else and see what they got to do about that. Let everybody know where to find you at. This is the close of it. I enjoyed myself. Let everybody know where to find you.
All right, on Facebook, I'm The Silly Siren, like my page. And then also on Instagram, The_silly_siren. All right, bye.
I would like to thank all of my guests here on Comedy. Mr. Kevin Johnson, Mr. Marv Ross, and Miss Crystal, the Silly Siren. We had a wonderful time sitting here talking. And this is the last time I'm going to do a 3-parter. There's going to be someone sitting across from me the very next time you see this show. And I guarantee you're going to like it. I would tell you who it is, but I don't want to spoil it. He doesn't even know he's going to be on the next time. So until the next time I come back at you, this is your boy Main OG. This is Comedy, and you already know I'm going to spell it. C-O-M-M-A-D. I'll see you guys next week. Thank you for hanging out with me and my guests right here on Comedy. I've been your host, Main OG. You can catch me on any of my platforms at Mano McCann. That's M-A-N-O-M-C-C-A-N-N. That's YouTube and Facebook. If you would like to be a guest right here and sit down and chop it up with me about anything, just please go to my platforms and leave me a message. I'll be sure to get back with you and have you across from here in no time. Again, thank you, and God bless you. Have a great day. So sit back and relax. Thanks for spending time with me. Don't come